So we like the Australian hotel so well. We came back today, and what are we having for lunch today, Greg?
We're having another pizza. This time it's going to be half crocodile and half kangaroo.
Sounds delicious. And we have some great Australian beer here to go with it. And here we're looking at our half croc, half kangaroo pizza. It's so pretty. It looks so good, and I can't wait to taste it. And Jess, it's really, really good. How do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Very tender crocodile.
We're here at the Rocks Discovery Museum. It's a hidden treasure here in Sydney. And we're going to explore. The first inhabitants of Australia, of course, were the Aborigines. And after the English settled here, here are some artifacts that were unearthed in archaeological digs. The Aborigines regarded the English colonization as an invasion. Whaling played an important part in the settlement of Australia. We're looking at some children's toys from the 19th century. We're looking at the different layers of time, actually, in the history of Australia. From the very earliest times, the Aborigines, the early colonization with the convicts, and up to modern times. You can learn a lot by finding what's in the different stratas. Raising sheep's been a big part of Australia's economy for a long time, and what we're looking at here is a sheep dip mixer.
That's where we come from.
Rain spirit.
Yeah, they thought they were the spirits, didn't they?
Okay, we're looking at the outside of the Rocks Discovery Museum. And again, it depicts the history of Australia from the Aborigines through the invasion, colonization of Britain, the immigration of people from many other countries later on, up to modern times, making it the modern country that it is today. We're here in the Customs House. Well, we're about to have dinner, but we wanted to show you what's under the floor in the main lobby. It's a diorama of the city of Sydney. And over here is the Sydney Opera House. And the bridge. We're here at Sydney Cafe, the 5th floor of the Customs House. Good, beautiful view, dinner, sun going down. And there's outside dining as well. It's a beautiful view of the harbor at night. It shows appetizers for dinner, and this is the quail ravioli.
Why are we not wearing this?
We have the grilled scallops and the bay bugs. And they all look absolutely wonderful. Thank you. And Greg can't wait to get started. We've really enjoyed our dinner here. Very sophisticated menu, including items of barramundi, queens and prawns, and scallops. Now let's off to the ghost tour. Here we have part of the Vivid Light celebration here in Sydney, right in front of the Customs House. The Vivid Festival. Wow. the Museum of Contemporary Art. It's like magic. And just like magic, the pattern changes. And more lights on the Sydney Opera House tonight. We're getting ready to go on the boat tour. And that's our guide.
Is true. And we are going to do our utmost to, dare I say, recreate some of those stories here for you tonight. And in order to do such a feat, well, that is where you are actually going to come into things, because I'm going to cast you as ghosts, sir! You look particularly, well, opaque and apparition-y. You could be a murderer, you could be a victim. We'll never know until I cast you. So, look, this is how it's... Mum Ryan. Interesting thing about Mum Ryan. She used to live with up to 12 men at a time. But more on that later. The ghost of Elizabeth Cadman. Madam, here be a legless skeleton of number 19. Interesting story about this, but it's just too horrible to tell right now.
Greg is just becoming assistant undertaker. Ooh, he's frightening. And I've just become a gang member.
During your, if you were around at the time, if you were just going about your business on a daily basis, on occasion you would have heard this man drive through the city on his horse and cart. And he would shout out, "Bring out your dead, bring out your dead." We shall explore that some more later in the tour, but I think it would really take us back in time if we could just hear such a thing happen now. And we shall get you to assume your responsibilities of the time as assistant undertaker. Careful, your boss is watching, do a good job. Now, I'd like you to face that way. Everybody, let's get behind the assistant undertaker. He says a solemn task, and it must be looked on solemnly. Sir, I'll invite you now to take 3 steps. On the 3rd step, stop. Ring your bell twice. No, steady. Steady. Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to ask Telepost to give you a raise. On your 3rd step, I'd like you to stop, ring the bell twice, and shout out, "Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead." I think you can do that. And we shall follow solemnly, and there shall be no giggling. This is a very solemn process, and we're taking a back through time to understand what it must have been like for people of the time to hear such a thing. So shut up. Sir, when you win, please begin your solemn task. We shall follow. All right, I think you can go louder than that.
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead!
That's the spirit. Let's keep
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead!
Shut up! He's a serious man.
I think he makes an assistant.
Bring out your dead!
I think he makes a wonderful assistant. He does that so well.
Oh my God!
Bridge. Now, the locals actually love this pub so much they didn't want to condemn it to the pages of history. So they came up with an ingenious plan. They tore the pub down brick by brick, and they moved it from here to over there, where the Harbour View Hotel still stands to this very day. Incidentally, we have a 2-for-1 drinks offer. We will give you at the end of the tour our way of saying thanks for coming along. Now, I'd like to talk about